Welcome to Using Your Smartphone for Cashless Transactions. In this video, you will be learning how to use very common cashless payment apps, such as DBS Payler, PayNow, and GrabPay. Let's start first with DBS Payler. Before we can use DBS Payler, we will first need to download the app. On your Apple phone, go to the Apple App Store to download and open the DBS Payler application. Next, simply tap Get to download the app. If you are using an Android phone, however, go to Google Play Store to download the DBS Payler app. Once there, simply tap Install to download the app. After downloading the app, you will first need to register for the DBS Payler service before you can use it. You can do this first by opening the app. Then, by registering through the digital bank account MyInfo, SingPass, of DBS Bank or Postal Savings Bank of Singapore e-government password. On the other hand, if you are already a DBS/PSB digital banking subscriber, you can simply log into Payler with your digital banking username and password. Non-DBS customers can also use the service by simply logging in with their electronic MyInfo, SingPass, usernames and passwords. Now, let's use Payler. Whenever you go shopping, you will notice that most merchants would have a QR code prominently displayed near or at their point of sales. Once you have found the QR code, simply tap Scan on the main menu of the app. Then scan the QR code. After scanning the QR code, you will see the name of the merchant where you are making the purchase and the total amount to be paid. Check them both carefully for errors. If you are sure that everything is correct, confirm the payment. Next, let's move on to PayNow. Like DBS Payler, we will first need to download the PayNow app before we can use it. First, ensure that you have the online banking facility available for your bank account. If you do, go to the Apple App Store on your Apple phone to download and open the banking application participating in the PayNow service. If you are using an Android phone, you will also first have to ensure that you have the online banking facility available for your bank account. If you do, go to the Google Play Store to download and open the PayNow application. After downloading the app, the first thing that we need to do is to link the app to your bank account. In order to do that, open your banking app, then enter the mobile number and/or ID number that is linked to your bank account. You will also need to enter a username for easy identification. For your own security, you are strongly advised not to use your full name. After you have entered the necessary information, click Submit. You will then receive a text message with two-factor authentication and one-time password to verify and to complete your registration. Now, let's use PayNow. Like Payler, most merchants would have a QR code prominently displayed near or at their point of sales. After you have found the QR code, simply open the bank app and select the Scan QR Code function. Scan the merchant's QR code. Then check that the merchant's name that appears on the app is correct. If the merchant's name is correct, enter the payable amount and confirm the merchant's name again. If all the payment information is correct, tap on Next. Your payment will then be made. If it is successful, you will receive a payment notification on the screen of your handphone. Lastly, let's look at how we can make e-payments on GrabPay. Like DBS Payler and PayNow, we will first need to download the GrabPay app. If you are using an Apple phone, go to the Apple App Store to download and open the Grab app. Once you have found the app, simply tap Get to download it. If you are using an Android phone, go to Google Play Store to download the Grab app. After you have found it, simply tap Install to download the app. When you have downloaded the app, you will then need to register for the service. To do that, enter your mobile phone number and email address into the app to register for a Grab account. When prompted, select Payment and fill the form in with My Info, SingPass, e-government password to confirm your identity. Having set up your Grab account, it is time to link the app to your various payment modes. The most common method is via your credit or debit card. To set up your card, first tap Payment, then tap Add a card. Enter your credit or debit card information before tapping Save. After your credit or debit card has been set up, you can use it to top up your GrabPay e-wallet. Alternatively, you could also top up your e-wallet using PayNow. With funds available now in your GrabPay e-wallet, you can use the app for transport services and/or food delivery services. Should you decide to make purchases via GrabPay, however, simply scan the merchant's QR code and enter the transaction amount. Next, confirm the merchant's name and payment details before making payment. First, do not disclose your password, one-time password, or OTP, or other personal information to anyone or unknown websites. Next, do not store your bank and personal details on devices and websites. After completing the transaction, do remember to log out of the system. Lastly, remember to set up SMS or email notifications on your banking transactions to monitor suspicious activity. Should such activities happen, do contact your bank immediately to stop the transaction. Should you decide to make purchases via GrabPay, however, simply scan the merchant's QR code and enter the transaction amount. Next, confirm the merchant's name and payment details before making payment.